government is so powerless that all it could preach is tolerance. You need to learn to tolerate your killers. So I have a lot of questions. This is just one of them or two of them. So your your criminal leaders are in cahoots with terrorists. They are on their side. Every of their utterances is always about your own reaction, what you say or what you don't say about what is going on. They are more concerned about your language, and they don't want you to incite the people. Do you get that now? In Ghana, when they got their new, towards the end of their old government, right? True story, I'll tell you. For you to understand how this, what they call the geopolitics, global politics, how Africa has always been the pawn on their chess table, how your criminal political class, how they scamper on the site of, Oyinbo's printed dollars and what have you. So when Akufo-Addo was their president, towards the end of his government, it was more or less like illegal miners took over Ghana. They call them Galamsey or something. Galamsey, I'm still looking for the meaning of that word. They attacked everything in Ghana. Land, water, here, everything. They encroached everywhere. They were digging ditches all over the place. They brought machines to suck the the waterbed for gold in Ghana. They took over everywhere, and before you know it, they ruined a section of the country's access to drinking water. They ruined everything. Like, it became a crisis, but it created multi-billionaires in Ghana from that fraud, from that scheme against their country. Till now, the Ghanaians know, and they, you know what, they actually still knows those who are making these billions. They became so powerful, but because they are so politically connected to the ruling party at the time, yeah, they were untouchable. But it was a matter of time before it catches up with, nature now. People couldn't see. I'm not even talking about the water from your well or from where have you. Rivers turned to mud water because of the greed of these characters. Now they got new presidents. Their former president too. They got new president. Immediately that one came in, it was announced that it hasn't cleared demo, but it was easier to know that those who were holding the country to ransom and the political class that were benefiting from the free money from these criminals, the criminals who destroyed that part of Ghana's water, they are Ghanaians, and they have their counterparts who are Chinese and other, foreigners who came in looking for gold everywhere in Ghana, everywhere. They buried their standard protocol, they buried anything safety and what they just went for. And the political class protected them. It was like impossible. There's nothing they could do. It was like they were powerless. Now, new guy came in. That automatically started changing. First, they now had the political will to go after these illegal miners, right? Some of them were arrested. A lot of them were actually arrested. Right now, it's not like they've resolved it like that, but you know something, it has cut down so well enough that even Ghanaians themselves, many of them who have actually formed their own vigilantes to go after these people, they can tell you that at least they can see the political will to end what was never actually to be. That is what you have in Nigeria. Your criminal politicians in APC, Egbekegbe, they are escalated insecurity in that place. You ask yourself, what are these guys, what are they looking for? Have you ever asked yourself, like, what do these Fulani terrorists want? Of course, you've asked yourself, possibly. Have you ever been able to find an answer? Like you have a country, Nigeria, Abi. In that country, you have 774 local government areas. You have 36 states. Everyone comes from somewhere. As long as you say you are a Nigerian, that means you come from somewhere. Whether it is a small town, a small village, you come from somewhere. And that somewhere falls within that space that they said 774 local governments, 36 states. So why would you leave your small place or big place and decided to go on and start killing other people from on their own land and say you want land? Does that make any sense? Land for what? What do you want to do? Oh, we want to have land for our cows. Are you mad? You guys are riding bikes with AK-47. Where are the cows? But the thing is that it's not about cows. It's not about Fulani, this or that. It is about some criminals that APC is shielding. Once these criminals are captured and killed by the system, or if the system has the political will, you see these fighters, all of them, they would die natural death like that. Because the moment they can no longer get their gun supplies, the moment they can no longer get the military to look away or the police to look away, the moment they can no longer get to be freed once captured, if they are lucky, they would die natural death. Everything would, But the same people behind this terrorism, the APC, Egbekegbe behind this terrorism, right? They are benefiting from it. They have no idea how to stop it anymore. It is a multi-billion dollars industry. As Nigerians are coughing out hundreds of billions of naira and trillions of naira, even state governments are also coughing out trillions of naira in ransom, codedly behind this and the rest, funding this terrorism. So when you see people who put everything on the line and say, oh, you know what, we need to defend ourselves, we need to protect our people, we need to protect our land. So what do? You would expect the government backing, right? Then unfortunately, you will become the next target. Sure, you get. Imagine me, you and you and you and you and you, we form a sort of a security outfit. And we started clamping down on these terrorists. Baba, they have killed people in the army, soldiers, snipers. They have been shot and killed by their colleagues. Why? Because they felt like you are killing too many of these terrorists. Like, why do you take it so serious? Imagine your own colleague, your fellow soldier, pulling a gun on you and just pa before you could even utter a word. And they said, why did you do that? He said, because this guy is always like a killing and killing and killing terrorist. And because Nigeria is so kind of like diverse, divided, that's not even diversity, it's called division. Nigeria is so divided that there are Nigerians in northern Nigeria, Nigerians in southern Nigeria who actually don't understand both sides, except what people told them. Do you get that now? In northern Nigeria, there is a segment of the population that believes that what these guys are fighting for is just. They can't tell you what it means, but they support them. Yeah. They don't see them the way me and you, we are seeing them. No, they don't see them like that. Shouldn't that be a problem? So that is why you see this gap is where the terrorist in your government, that is the vacuum. They have put themselves in between to milk it while Nigerians bleed. But anyway, I've always wanted to let that out. Let's go to something else. Koolu and his handlers, they took the bait. Koolu has been missing in action for more than 6 days. The last time he was seen was like I think what's that, probably last week, a Wednesday or so, right? So for about 5 days, nobody heard from him, nobody saw him, or what have you. So the moment the word got out that where is Koolu, they had to quickly bring him out. There is this image. I'm sorry, I should have put up earlier, right? I'll try and get it on now. So there is this image of Koolu with a solo dump. It can't be like person where they say they use coat hanger or shirt hanger to help hold the shirt or maybe hold him. It was like that, like a disabled fellow, right? I'll put it up very soon. So they put him out, made him perform some, what do you call it? You know, some approvers. I mean, you need to hear some of those ridiculous approvers as well. Like using, listen to this one, like using 3.6, no, sorry, 3.6 trillion naira to to fix Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos, like to rehabilitate Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos. They just spent 115 billion naira in renovating the same bridge. So Tifnumbu has approved that they should go and borrow 3.6 trillion naira to rehabilitate Third Mainland Bridge. They want to build a new Qatar bridge, right? And they are going to need 360 something billion naira to build a new Qatar bridge. 600, I mean, 360 billion for a bridge. And there is more. I'll give that to you later this evening. So they now said, well, now that you have all seen that Koolu is still alive, proof of life, that Koolu will now be leaving for UAE. After UAE, no, it's going to have a stopover in UAE. After UAE, it's going to go to Japan. After Japan, it's going to go to Brazil. And that will make it a third times of going to Brazil in the last 9 months. Brazil, Brazil, druggy. I don't know. My mind is just doing like, hey, okay. And it's going with Shaguri as well. Here, Koolu yesterday.
Faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. I, Professor Dakas Clement James Dakas, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, do solemnly swear.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, Excellency.
I don't know if you all saw that, by the way. I just read a comment of one of the viewers. It was like, when was terrorism in Kwara? Are you sure you know what you are talking about? No, are you sure that you actually still have your senses with you? Like for real? Because we have people like you who live in denial. So maybe you should take your time, right? Bruv, take your time and use your phone and stop sounding dumb. Do you get that? Lakurawa and Kwara states. Maybe that keywords will help you, you know? Just maybe. Now, that was Koolu. Now, the last, what do you call it? The last star that got released of how much Koolu and his wife spent in 2024 and so far in 2025 going outside the country and with zero, did you hear me? With zero foreign direct investment to Nigeria. Do you know what that means? Like foreign direct investment. When somebody will just bring and say, we're coming in to put in 2 billion naira and we're starting right away. We're coming in to put, you know what I mean? Like, except for those ones that Koolu and his, and his court jesters loves to roll out. And when you look up, when you look back, or let's say you give them time and you ask it, and I say, hang on, what happened to that one you announced last year? Because it is audio, it's a lie. But they have the audience to help them amplify it. And the same audience will still tell you the same thing in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 later, that give him time and give him time, right? So Tifnumbu and his wife in particular, is said to have spent over 9 billion naira on foreign trip, his wife. While Tifnumbu himself has spent over 27 billion naira just going abroad last year in 2025 so far. Koolu and his wife combined, they have already expended over 17 billion naira just traveling abroad. You get? So this is just for the record. Count it as one of those of their profligacy and all that, all right? While they tell you that they are doing it for you, no, they are not. No, it's not. But it's up to you, because it doesn't really matter anyway. Like you believe or you don't, they will still do what they have to do. Yeah. And they expect no consequences as well. Or maybe not. Yeah. Yesterday, you remember that lady, Aljanatu or something? Remember that lady that said El Rufaya is one corny, duplicious person that nobody should trust. Ajia Janatu or something. She's also the woman who took a riba dump to the cleaners. Said, because you are the NSA, you can tell your dogs to keep watching me. And you should even stop asking your dogs to keep watching me. Why not just do what it is expected of you? Use your office and come and kidnap me, arrest me. Remember that woman? So Tambua, still on Tambua to do. Tambua is now seen as a rallying figure for their trips to ADC. But this guy was arrested for stealing 189 billion. And the guy went there and said, no, you don't have any right to actually ask me what the money I stole, because you guys are thieves too. Pretty much so. And then they let him go. No charges, no nothing, just go. And since the guy left these EFCC guys, he has been receiving kind of all kinds of opposition figures, meeting with him, congratulating him and all of that stuff. I'm like, why are they congratulating him? He's a thief. Then he got convicted. How come the EFCC is not charging him? Really? Now they are now using him as prayer points. I wanted to say contact points. So yeah, more or less like using him now as a prayer point that will now end Tifnumbu. Malamu was there too. I just thought they are kind of like mocking you. A lot of them in northern part of Nigeria. They are pretty much on birthdays too, just so you know. But here is where I got from there. I'll share it with you before we go to Kaduna in Shukun. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.